Most people over 60 believe walking is the safest and best thing they can do for their joints. But what if I told you many orthopedic surgeons quietly admit that walking alone can actually worsen knee, hip, and lower back pain for some seniors, and that there are simple chair exercises that protect joints better, strengthen deeper muscles, and reduce pain faster, all without leaving your seat? If you're over 60, your joints don't fail because you're old. They fail because certain stabilizing muscles slowly switch off. Surgeons see this every day in operating rooms. It's people the same age, same weight, same lifestyle. One needs joint replacement, the other doesn't. The difference is not luck, it's how their joints are supported. Walking is great for the heart, but it repeatedly loads the same joints in the same pattern. If the muscles that stabilize your knees, hips, and spine are weak, walking just grinds those joints a little more each step. That's why many surgeons now recommend targeted chair exercises, especially for people with arthritis, balance issues, or chronic joint pain. These movements are not about sweating or pushing through pain. They're about reactivating muscles that act like natural shock absorbers. When those muscles wake up, pressure is taken off the joint surfaces themselves. Let me explain why chairs are so powerful. When you sit, your body is supported. That means your joints are unloaded. From that safe position, you can gently strengthen muscles without compression, twisting, or impact. Surgeons love this because it lowers inflammation while still building strength. The first exercise surgeons often recommend looks almost too simple, but it's one of the most powerful knee protectors you can do. Sit tall in a chair with both feet flat on the floor. Slowly straighten one leg until it's parallel to the ground. Hold for a few seconds, then lower it back down with control. Then switch legs. This movement strengthens the quadriceps, the muscle group that acts like a brace for your knee joint. Weak quadriceps mean more pressure goes directly into the knee cartilage. Strong quadriceps spread the load. Surgeons often tell patients that improving quad strength can delay or even prevent knee surgery. The key is slow movement, no swinging. No locking the knee hard at the top. Just controlled lifting and lowering. Even 5 to 10 repetitions per leg can make a noticeable difference within weeks. The second chair exercise focuses on the hips, which are often the hidden cause of knee and lower back pain. When hip muscles weaken, the knees collapse inward and the spine absorbs extra stress. Sit upright with your feet slightly wider than hip width. Place your hands on the sides of the chair for support. Slowly lift one knee up toward your chest as high as comfortable, then lower it back down. Alternate sides. This activates the hip flexors and deep core muscles. Surgeons emphasize this exercise because stable hips mean better alignment when you stand, walk, or climb stairs. Many people are shocked to learn their knee pain improves once their hips get stronger. If lifting the knee feels difficult at first, that's a sign this exercise is exactly what your body needs. Start small, even a few inches of lift counts. The nervous system responds quickly, and strength builds faster than you expect. The third chair movement is one many spine surgeons quietly call a back saver. It targets the muscles that support the lower spine without compressing the discs. Sit toward the front of your chair with feet flat on the floor. Gently cross your arms over your chest. Slowly lean back just a few inches, keeping your spine long, then return to upright. This is not a sit-up, it's a controlled lean. This strengthens the deep abdominal and spinal muscles that protect your lower back during everyday movement. Weak core muscles force the spine itself to take the load, which leads to stiffness, disc problems, and chronic pain. Surgeons often prescribe this after back procedures because it rebuilds stability without strain. For seniors who've never had surgery, it works as prevention. At this point, many people realize something important. None of these exercises hurt. In fact, they often feel relieving. That's because pain usually comes from overload, not movement itself. The right movement reduces pain by restoring balance. The fourth chair exercise is especially important for ankle and knee health, and it's one most walkers completely miss. Sit tall and place your feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift your heels while keeping your toes down, then lower them. After that, lift your toes while keeping your heels down. This strengthens the calf and shin muscles that control how force travels up the leg. Surgeons know that weak ankles send shock straight into the knees and hips. Strong ankles absorb it. Better ankle strength also means better balance, which lowers fall risk, a top concern for surgeons working with older adults. The The fifth and final chair exercise ties everything together. It improves circulation, joint lubrication, and overall mobility. Sit comfortably and gently march your feet in place while seated, lifting one foot at a time in a slow, steady rhythm. This movement pumps fluid through the joints, feeding cartilage and reducing stiffness. Surgeons often recommend this multiple times a day, especially for people who sit for long periods. What's powerful about these chair exercises is not just what they do individually, but what they do together. They rebuild the entire support system around your joints. Walking can then become enjoyable again, not painful. Many surgeons now tell their patients to think of walking as the bonus, not the foundation. The foundation is strength, stability, and control, and chairs provide the safest way to rebuild that after 60. People who commit to these exercises often notice less morning stiffness, easier stair climbing, and more confidence within just a few weeks. Some even reduce their reliance on pain medication, always under medical guidance. The biggest mistake seniors make is waiting until pain forces them to stop moving. Surgeons say the best time to start chair exercises is before pain becomes severe, but the second best time is today. And there's something else surgeons mention quietly, but consistently. When seniors feel safer exercising, they do it more often. Chairs remove fear. No falling. No joint jarring. Just steady progress. This is why hospitals, rehab centers, and surgical recovery programs rely so heavily on chair-based movement. It works with the body, not against it. When people first hear that chair exercises can beat walking for joint health, they often feel skeptical. It sounds too easy, but surgeons understand something most people don't learn until pain forces them to listen. Joints are not strengthened by impact. They're protected by muscles, nerves, and circulation working together in harmony. As we age, those systems don't shut down, they go quiet from lack of use. Long periods of sitting, combined with repetitive movement like walking, can actually teach the body poor patterns. Chair exercises retrain the nervous system in a safer, more precise way. One of the biggest reasons surgeons favor these movements is joint lubrication. Inside every healthy joint is a fluid that works like oil in an engine. That fluid only circulates when joints move gently and regularly. High-impact movement can irritate inflamed joints, but slow, controlled chair exercises feed them instead. This is why many people notice their joints feel looser and warmer after just a few minutes of seated movement. That warmth isn't damage, it's nourishment. Another powerful benefit is posture. Poor posture places uneven pressure on joints, especially the knees, hips, and spine. Chair exercises naturally encourage upright alignment. Over time, this reduces strain during standing and walking. Surgeons often say they can tell how someone moves just by watching them stand up from a chair. That single motion reveals strength, balance, and joint health. Chair exercises directly improve that ability. There's also a mental shift that happens. Many seniors associate exercise with discomfort or fear of injury. Chair-based movement changes that relationship. When exercise feels safe, consistency improves. And consistency is where healing happens. Research backs this up. Studies on older adults show that low-impact resistance and seated strength training reduce joint pain and improve function more effectively than walking alone, especially for those with arthritis. Surgeons follow the evidence, and the evidence is clear. Now let's talk about how often these exercises should be done. Surgeons typically recommend short sessions, not long workouts. 5 to 10 minutes, 1 to 3 times a day, is often more effective than one long session. This keeps joints lubricated throughout the day. Pain should never be the goal. Mild muscle fatigue is fine. Sharp pain is not. Surgeons advise stopping before discomfort turns into strain. The body adapts quickly when treated gently. Breathing also matters. Holding your breath increases tension in the joints. Slow, relaxed breathing tells the nervous system you're safe, which allows muscles to activate more fully. One overlooked benefit of chair exercises is circulation. Better blood flow means faster healing, less swelling, and improved energy. Many seniors report better sleep after adding seated movement to their routine. And sleep, as surgeons know, is when the body repairs itself. Joint health improves not just from exercise, but from what exercise allows the body to do afterward. Another reason these exercises outperform walking alone is muscle balance. Walking primarily uses the same muscles repeatedly. Chair exercises target muscles that walking misses, especially those on the sides of the hips and deep in the core. When these muscles are weak, joints twist slightly with each step. Over thousands of steps, that tiny twist becomes wear and tear. Chair exercises correct this silently, gradually, and safely. Surgeons often say, joint replacement isn't caused by one big injury, it's caused by millions of small stresses. Reducing those stresses is the real goal. It's also worth mentioning that chair exercises adapt easily to different ability levels. If a movement feels hard, you do less. If it feels easy, you add slow control. This flexibility is something walking doesn't offer. Some seniors even start with assisted movements, using hands or reducing range of motion. Surgeons encourage this. Progression matters more than perfection. There's also an emotional benefit many don't expect. Regaining control over movement restores confidence. Confidence leads to more activity. More activity leads to stronger joints. This cycle is what surgeons want for their patients, not dependency on procedures, but independence through movement. In fact, many orthopedic surgeons quietly do these same exercises themselves. They understand that joint health is something you maintain daily, not something you fix once. By now, it should be clear that walking is not bad. It's just incomplete. Chair exercises fill in the missing pieces. Together, they create a stronger, safer system. And the truth is, many seniors don't stop walking because they're lazy. They stop because it hurts. Chair exercises help remove that barrier. The goal is not to replace walking forever, but to rebuild the foundation that makes walking enjoyable again. By the time surgeons see someone in their clinic with severe joint pain, they often say the same thing privately. If this person had started gentle, targeted strengthening earlier, we might not be having this conversation. It's not meant to create fear. It's meant to create hope, because the body can still respond, even after 60, 70, or beyond. One of the most encouraging things surgeons observe is how quickly seniors improve when they feel safe moving again. Muscles regain coordination before they regain size. That means stability often improves in days, not months. Many people notice better balance and less pain before they even feel stronger. This happens because chair exercises reconnect the brain to the muscles. Over time, inactivity weakens that connection. The muscles are still there, but the signal is fuzzy. Gentle repetition clears that signal. That's why surgeons stress patience and consistency. You're not forcing change. You're reminding the body how it's meant to move. Another powerful effect of these exercises is reduced inflammation. Chronic joint pain is often fueled by low-grade inflammation. High-impact activity can spike it. Gentle movement lowers it by improving circulation and lymphatic flow. This is one reason some seniors feel worse after long walks but better after short chair sessions. The body is telling you what it needs. Hydration also plays a role. Surgeons frequently remind patients that joints need water to stay cushioned. Doing chair exercises while slightly dehydrated limits their benefit. A glass of water before and after movement can make a surprising difference. Shoes matter too. Many seniors wear stiff or worn-out footwear that alters alignment. Chair exercises allow barefoot or socked movement, letting the feet move naturally and reawaken stabilizing muscles. Surgeons know that feet are the foundation of joint health. When the feet function better, the knees and hips follow. There's also the issue of fear avoidance. After pain or injury, the body learns to avoid certain movements. This creates stiffness and weakness. Chair exercises gently reintroduce motion without triggering alarm signals. Over time, the nervous system learns that movement is safe again. Pain decreases not because joints magically healed overnight, but because the system calmed down. This is especially important for seniors who've been told they have bone-and-bone joints. Surgeons often clarify that pain levels don't always match X-rays. Many people with significant joint changes feel little pain when muscles are strong and movement is controlled. Chair exercises don't change X-rays, but they change how joints are loaded, and that's what matters most day to day. Another reason surgeons prefer these movements is fall prevention. Falls often happen not because of weakness, but because of delayed muscle response. Chair exercises improve reaction time by practicing controlled lifting and lowering. That improvement carries over into real life, catching yourself, adjusting your stance, or stepping safely. Some seniors worry they need special equipment. Surgeons say the opposite. A stable chair, supportive shoes if needed, and a quiet space are enough. Music can help too. A calm rhythm encourages steady movement and relaxed breathing. Stress tightens joints. Calm loosens them. Over weeks, many people report unexpected benefits, less back stiffness when getting out of bed. Easier transitions from sitting to standing, even improved digestion due to better circulation. These changes add up. Joint health isn't just about knees and hips. It's about how the entire body works together. Surgeons often remind patients that aging doesn't mean breaking down. It means adapting. The body responds best to respect, not punishment. Chair exercises are a form of respect. They meet the body where it is and gently guide it forward. If there's one message surgeons want seniors to hear, it's this. You don't need to push harder. You need to move smarter. And smart movement starts with safety, consistency, and confidence. If you're over 60, the goal is not to move like you did at 30. The goal is to move in a way that lets you stay independent, comfortable, and confident for decades to come. Surgeons understand this better than anyone because they see both outcomes every day, the people who slowly lost mobility and the people who protected it by moving wisely. Chair exercises work because they restore what time and inactivity quietly take away. They rebuild the muscles that stabilize joints, improve circulation that feeds cartilage, and retrain the nervous system to trust movement again. None of that requires pain, pressure, or fear. Walking can still be part of your life, but it shouldn't be the only tool you rely on. When walking becomes painful, it's not a failure, it's feedback. Chair exercises listen to that feedback and respond intelligently. You don't need perfect form. You don't need long sessions. You just need consistency. A few minutes in the morning to wake up your joints. A few minutes in the afternoon to reset stiffness. A few minutes in the evening to help your body wind down. Surgeons often say the best exercise is the one you'll actually do. Chairs remove excuses. They remove risk. They remove intimidation. What's left is steady progress. If you start today, the first thing you may notice isn't strength, it's relief. More ease. A sense that your body is working with you again, not against you. Over time, that relief turns into resilience. And resilience is what keeps joints healthy, not just this year, but for years to come. Your body's not fragile, it's adaptable. Even after 60, it's still listening to how you move.